So in our last video, we talked about how you can actually be part of Phala. You can be a spokesman, you can be a watchman, you can be a cheating miner, and I told you that the platform was actually launched on the exchange, and a lot of things are actually going on. So I promised that we will talk about one of the products which is called the Web3 Analytics. So in a nutshell, analytics has to do with data. So there is a collection of data, then there is the making sense of the data. That is the whole stuff about around data analytics. So the problem and why Phala have to come in is the means to which privacy is the means to which data is collected is something that scares people. If we, for example, go to let's say medium.com or one of their sites, you are not you are not a stranger to what all called cookies. So nobody's a stranger to cookies right? So cookies on the web and cookies on websites. Okay. So these are basically things, though it's good for developers, but it's becoming more harmful right now, right? Things like now cookies. So you're not a stranger to cookies. So the Web3 Analytics is a project that can make you take control of your data. So if you're a business person, if you are a big person, you can take control. Now it says blockchain, it uses blockchain activity. It's talking about simple and no big brothers. So when you walk out of the box, there are built-in smart contracts to cover all common analytical tasks. You can find all your familiar features as in other tools without compromising privacy. And there is a data warehouse here you can that collects your web and mobile data stores data and then stores them in your personal warehouse. And you can decide to earn money by lending your data, of course, in a way you approved. So they collect the data for you. Do you know? I think we even have access to the data. And do you know how many bots track you every single thing? And that's why if you're using a browser like we have a brief which I'm using, which is developed by the JavaScript inventor, Brendan Eck. Now I just pull up this browser and it has blocked 330 trackers and add. Now it has saved me 14.1 megabytes, and then it has saved me 19 seconds. What about my battery? These are some of the costs, right? Now, how about your own personal data? So, the data business is going to continue. What you like, where you visit. So, even right now, there are a lot of reports that Facebook is even collecting data on people that are not even on Facebook. It is as bad as that. People that, okay, let's say my mother, who only hears Facebook with the ear, does not know anything about Facebook, has never been on Facebook. Facebook is collecting data on her. It is that bad. So there is a need to bring something that can actually shut down this powers. And I like this point. Collecting of data is not bad. For example, I collect data on myself. Like I want to know where I'm going. I want to, for example, personally, I want to know how I'm spending my money. I want to know how I'm spending my time, right? I want to know a lot of things. If I have a business, I want to know who is visiting my site. Where are they visiting the site, right? I know about why you're talking about that. Why data collection is useful. You should also be talking about how should we. So in my because I actually did data analytics. So in the data analytics class, when we are taught, there is something in a data analytics class which is called the data privacy. Data privacy. So there's something called data privacy. Meaning, you don't say because you are a data analytics person, you can get access to any kind of data. No. As a matter of fact, we work with open. They call it open data sets. If it is not open and you collect it in a way that is not legal, you could be arrested. It's even a crime to even scrape some website. So when you're doing web scraping, let's say with Python and other, you could crash somebody's website by scraping it. It depends on how much request your person perform. That's why some website but like for the ones that don't have API, you can crash it. So there has to be progress. So collecting data is not bad, but I as a user, I want to know who is collecting the data. I want to know when you're collecting data. I want to know what data you're collecting. I want to know who you are sharing that data with. I want to know what you're using the data. And then, if there are benefits from that data, I want to be part of it. You know what Facebook is making on data? Do you know how much these companies are making? Then secondly, is that, and there's something called political campaign with Facebook. So, political ads. If you are, you could be targeted. You could be targeted. So these are some of the dangers right now. And collecting data could also, the interference is just too much. So this Web3 platform, it's GDPR compliant. That is one thing you should know. Now you can connect with existing social networks and see your stats from your profile. You can connect your e-commerce stores and see live stats and get alerts. You can connect your health apps. You can connect your banking and finance apps. You can connect stock project management apps. You can connect weather data and a host of other things for your daily life and other. So what is our adoption program? So for the first 100 apps, if you can integrate this basic traffic, there is a form you can actually fill to get on board, and then just get in touch with the team. You can start integrating this stuff into your project.